Okay, so a quick recap. I got through the Royal Palace and I defeated Zorba. Bro is dead. He jumped off this giant floating place. He did not survive the landing, and I'm kind of stuck right here because I can't actually leave this area. It won't let me. They're like, guys, you can't leave because Luis has the Royal Sceptre. Oh, by the way, Luis has the Royal Sceptre. So I have no choice but to go on right now.
Is all well?
I'm heading out.
So this ought to be good. But I hope we don't fight him because my MP is a little low. Oh no, he's right here. Yeah, he's just sitting there menacingly.
Such a countenance. So you truly are the Prince Reborn. I must say, you and your father are cut from the same cloth. Quite unpredictable as death looms.
Luis is complimenting my survival skills.
What of you? Is this hornless form your own true being?
I think we already saw that in the last video. Yeah, he's actually an Elda.
I'll say this here for your own good, Luis. Hand over the Royal Sceptre. Only the one who has earned the people's support is fit to be king. You and us. We can still end this without more bloodshed.
No path forward is bloodless. The king may have avoided it, but the people will only shed his share. That has been this country's crime for too long. Those in power exact the price of their greed from the people, then preach that such pain is a natural trial to be overcome. The indolent powers of this land have poisoned it with their lies. There is no cure but destruction.
I think he's saying like the kings and queens or whatever, because of their own, you know, greed and selfishness, they make the people's lives much harder, and then they just tell the people that this is normal, this is how it's supposed to be.
Who's the real charlatan here? You turn people into monsters and convince them it's salvation.
Oh, you guys should have seen Zorba. He turned Zorba into like half of a human. His right arm's all weird looking.
Even Zorba, your most loyal vassal, you twisted into a monster. You promise protection to your devoted, yet always fall short of the mark.
I have never lied. I swear upon my name, it is one of the greatest trespasses I can imagine.
The greatest trespasses. That means sin.
Have you never wondered why the king's magic is so strong and force? Or why the royal scepter can only be used by those who bear the public's favor?
I guess I have wondered that, yeah.
One royal hand clutching one bejeweled rod does not alone accomplish such wonders of magic. But what if it drew magic not from its wielder, but from the masses? That is the truth. The royal scepter is a divine relic that absorbs magla from people across the kingdom. And thus, the royal magic's power is near inexhaustible.
Is that why it's all red and purple right now? Because everybody's super anxious?
Such has been the royal family's tradition for centuries, generations upon generations. Do you know what this means?
Nope.
Magla is mortal anxiety, which means that the people of this country now have no choice but to perpetually direct their anxiety to the king, simply to stay safe.
Interesting.
Absurd. And how do you explain the people of the capital going mad?
It was no madness that took them. The Magla spews from their helpless hearts at a rate far greater than the scepter can absorb. Hence the stagnation. The behavior now on full display is their inborn, true nature. When they cannot control their fears, they lash out at neighbor and outsider alike. And that is mortal weakness.
So they're directing all the anxiety to the royal scepter. That's why it's so overpowered right now.
That's who they really are.
So the king's servants created the massive magla flow from the vast magla throughout the kingdom, but that in itself was born of the people. Oh, the king's servants, those were like statues I had to destroy to get through this castle because I was stopped by magla.
In a world like this, order built on mutual understanding is but a dream within a dream. Before before we achieve resolution, the people must be corrected.
Corrected? What do you mean by that?
On the day the late king's magic fades, I will shape the royal magic anew. All the Magla gathered over these months of turmoil will be restored to the people.
Huh? You're gonna give it back to the people, all the anxiety?
Those who can overcome it will be reborn as new humans. Thus, we achieve our first round of natural selection. Our first step towards a world truly fair and just.
This is absolutely something Luis would do. Now bro's talking about natural selection. So he wants to turn everybody into humans, and only the best will make it. Kind of like me, actually.
Selection? New humans? What absurd delusions.
I mean, he did turn me into one, and I proved my worth.
Delusions? You witnessed how the prince lost his very self to my spell, and then re-emerged with powers and will burning ever brighter.
Yeah, and that is what I just said.
You mean you would do to the people exactly what you did to him? You would use the royal magic to inflict such horrors on all the crown's subjects?
Those who follow me and accept the rule of power will surely survive by virtue of their own will. But if they give in to fear, yes, they will lose both form and mind. That is what it means to protect those who follow. It is not a salvation given of empty charity, but earned through the providence of power.
Protect those who fall. It's not a salvation given. So he doesn't want to help people just to help them. He wants something in return. You gotta earn that help.
Then, that's your true ambition. That's why you sent Sorba to the royal funeral. You never even wanted the throne. It was all for the royal scepter.
The shows of power, terrifying the people. It wasn't just manipulation. You justified all of that.
The man would turn all people into humans. It defies all sense.
Worry not. You've proven you're more than worthy. I've little doubt you'll survive the first culling and move on to the new world. You mentioned earlier that we might still resolve this without bloodshed. Then, I put the same offer to you. Join me, Prince.
No.
Born of Elden blood, welcoming anyone regardless of tribe. It is no coincidence that you and I take inspiration from the same book.
We are both Eldens, and we do both read the book, but we both see a much different future.
Don't let him sway you, Your Highness.
I know you detest injustice as I do. Come with me. Let me lend you my power, and together we will change the unfair world we seek to destroy.
I don't seek to destroy this world or any other.
Exactly! He's nothing like you!
Should you deny me, then what? How would you fix this country? You must have seen it everywhere you travel. Tradition, superstition, family honor, and all those struck down unjustly in the name of such authorities.
I mean, a good example would be that one queen in that first town we were at. Because she was just the queen, she was allowed to just get away with feeding people to this monstrosity.
The only cure for such suffering is a simpler world, in which strength triumphs over pain. It is not a solution without cruelty. But surely the fairness it would restore to our lives is worth any sacrifice. Come with me, and we can realize this dream. What say you?
Oh, no, not that one.
The fairness you speak of is false.
He's got the right of it, Luis. It's not even about what'll be sacrificed. It's about having respect for what the dream costs. And you've got none of that. You keep talking about your laws of power. But what that comes down to is you figure some people in this world just deserve to die?
Yeah.
If that's what you believe in, then you can hate Thornton all you want, but you're no different.
Be silent.
Luis is mad.
I once had my own aspirations. Yes, I had dreams. But what has the world ever done for us?
What's happening?
I don't know. Are we gonna go see his childhood or something? Oh dear God, I hope that's not his childhood. That's pretty rough. That might actually justify everything. Oh no, this is just... Hey, this is the music that plays on the main menu.
The Royal Sceptre? But how?
I don't know. He's the main
So
villain.
be it. There is still time until my magic settles upon this land. Until then, I will watch the world collapse from my perch at the top.
Wait! Luis!
I've done this for their sakes, not for mine. History and the will of the people will prove that. If you have the strength to weather this storm and come to me, I will deem you a worthy opponent. It will be a mercy to you, at the very least.
But there's still more? Oh man. It's not over yet? Luis waffled. I've never even heard that word used like that. Luis waffled on about his solipsistic ideals. I've never heard that word either. Before disappearing into a storm of magma. I can't just sit here twiddling my thumbs after him. And we completed the mission.
If we push forward, we'll be in grave danger. This storm itself is a maelstrom of pure magma.
Maybe this is just what it looks like. When the people's minds are slaves to their anxiety and fear.
That doesn't mean the solution is to deform them into monsters. The man's an arrogant lunatic.
We must give chase somehow.
All aspirants to the throne.
Hey, that's the king talking.
This voice. Your Majesty?
The royal scepter has been taken. Luis now wields the royal magic to his own dark ends.
Luis was one step ahead of us. We did not expect him to seize and use the scepter before the final deadline.
His magic will be set in motion on the very day that the new king is to be decided.
So it's just as Luis said. He won't let this campaign end any way but his. The bastard always loved making a spectacle of this. Your Majesty, you were killed by Luis yourself. Doesn't it matter to you that he may succeed as king?
I had sought death long before he granted it.
What?
You wished for your own death? But why?
That's what I'm saying.
The ideals I once believed in, I no longer had the power within me to fulfill them. Thus, I ensured my very life would serve as key to activate the royal magic. Should revolutionary fervor seek to destroy my regime, should Luis or any other malcontent take my life, therein would lie the catalyst. Thus would I appear, on a day so appointed, with form and voice, given life by royal magic.
I see. No wonder the magic survived even the prince's reawakening. It was never a matter of retaliation against the church or anything of the sort. You truly wished to pass the crown to whoever the people elected of their own will.
Oh, Prince. My son. If thou wouldst inherit the kingdom, thou must stop Luis.
That's what I've been trying to do, Dad.
That is a trial befitting one who would take the throne.
His Majesty's magma has faded.
I guess that's it. It really is up to us to save this land's future.
Luis is just ahead. We have to find a way to get beyond this storm, reckless or not.
Let's fall back to the royal capital for now, so we can come up with a strategy.
Okay, I guess this isn't the end. That's probably why it soft locked me right there, because I was like, what do you mean I have to do this? I don't have any MP right now.
Hey! He's running that way!
Are they talking about me? Dude, my name has been cleared.
Kill anyone who stands against Count Louis! We fight for justice! Make them understand!
This guy wants the smoke.
Tis a battlefield out here. They know nothing of their savior's true intent, yet the streets are teeming with self-declared military police.
What's a man supposed to do when they're running around screaming about justice with bloodshot eyes?
So it's a crime to even disagree now. He said this was just their nature. I suppose I can see where his disappointment springs from.
But your allies are working hard too. It's not all as bad as it looks.
We are grateful. We will believe in their support as they believe in us.
By the way, I talked with Nurus on how to get to Luis's location.
We're gonna fly up there.
And of course, he said there's only one thing for it. Armor up the Skyrunner and dive in.
That's your strategy?
I don't know why you're surprised. This is absolutely something he would do.
Think, my girl. It's our best play. But with no time for modifications, I can't say how long she'll last in there. I say, we've got one shot to charge in.
A proper dramatic do-or-die fight.
The road you run is perilous.
If we have but one chance, I'd say the final day is when we'd have even the slightest odds of success.
Why the final day?
Right. That place is churning with the Scepter's gathered magla. But if the casting steadily drains it away, then much of the ambient magla should be gone by the last day.
Okay, sure. That makes sense.
A proper dramatic do-or-die fight at the very last minute.
We would walk a treacherous tightrope until the very end. But have we ever done things any other way?
We cannot yield now. Luis's ambitions must be stopped, even at the cost of our lives.
Let's give it a shot.
That's gonna be 10 stars. Yep. I must defeat Luis and save the country. But first, I'll have to get past the Magla storm to reach him. I should prepare thoroughly and wait for our day of departure.
You worked out some more of the truth, yes? Can you tell me more about what happened at the Royal Palace?
No. I don't wanna.
Luis is Elden. Everything is as we were told at the ancient sanctum.
What? Bloody hell. That's a heavy hit right off the bat.
Luis knew the truth of the royal scepter. It's a divine relic that absorbs anxiety from the people. That's the fuel for its incredible power.
The masses have grown accustomed to a life where the king bears the brunt and responsibility for their anxieties. All this chaos comes from that dynamics reversal.
Interesting.
Might need you to slow down a bit. So that's his aim. Luis wants to make this a land of humans.
A drastic remedy to awaken the people spoiled by the royal scepter's power. And their horrific transformation is but the end to his chosen means. Yet I sensed some other reason to go to such atrocious lengths. He pursues some other purpose.
Well, if he's Elden, then Luis must have been there when the Sanctus Church made an inferno of his home.
Yeah, that'll probably make him mad.
So, you suppose it's for revenge?
Can't say. He also ordered Zorba to directly attack the ancient sanctum after all.
Something he said stuck with me. About how he used to have dreams. Dreams long dead. I think he doesn't trust dreams. As in, he refuses to believe in anything that actually takes a risk, like connecting with people or personal change. Maybe to Luis, dreams are just lies.
Perhaps he wants to push history forward with his own hands, like those of the world past.
It's ludicrous. I'll not let him get away with his self-obsessed madness. If we're to be ruled, it shouldn't be by someone who's given up on the world.
Indeed. Besides, the rightful heir stands with us. Should we succeed, you stand to inherit the throne soon. Are you prepared, Your Highness?
Honestly, it hasn't settled in yet at all.
Remember your duties, Your Highness.
In any case, we'll confront Louise on the last day. Until then, let's tie up our loose ends so we can fight with no regrets.
You've done a fine job so far. Time to follow through on those campaign promises, eh? Win this one for us.
Look at what Louise has made there. Unbelievable. We're getting in there, and we're going to tear it down.
It's like a meteor that took out the dinosaurs.
What's that about it?
Tyrant Star. A storm of magma created by the Royal Sceptre. Luis awaits a final confrontation in its eye. That's pretty dramatic.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 16 days remain.
16 days remain.
Try not to die.
Try not to die, you heard her. I will take your advice.
The deadline?
We have a few days until the day of the hero dawns. I want to be sure we're in tip-top shape before then so we can cut through that massive magla and give Luis what he deserves. Do not forget that Luis wields the Royal Sceptre. We will truly need all our strength and talents to win this fight. Just means we've got to be at the top of our game, don't it? Anything we're missing, now's the time to find it.
Gotta prep.
After everything that's happened, we definitely cannot allow Luis to become king. Let's make sure we're ready. Don't leave anything undone. So they tricked me. They made me think that that was the final journey. But now, this is the real final journey. Yep, the final decisive battle will take place on October 26th, a day before the day of the hero, when the new king will be crowned. Defeating Luis will require substantial strength and power. Spend time with your followers and travel the world to prepare your party.
We've gotta do it.
Right.
Oh, people already want to hang out with me.
Pardon?
Well then, I wasn't expecting that. I thought we were just going to go fight him and the game screwed me over and I was going to probably lose with my low amounts of MP. But it's okay. I have about half a month to prepare. So the next time you see me playing this game, I guess it's actually going to be probably the final video of this Let's Play. So stay tuned. I'll see you guys then. Take care.